maybe this could be it in, you know, in 6 months or something, like they could work towards that. But he needs individuals who are good enough at playing the game themselves that he doesn't need to micromanage everything, you know.
And that's the issue, right? When you have 3 very young, kind of experienced players who are going to be counting on your leadership. Nice work already, though. They've actually managed to keep this close. Sean finds the shot on Pasha. And again, Virtus.pro struggling in these pistol rounds. These have not been working out for him. Shazam will get dinked, and he's tagged down to 6 HP. Forces him off the A site. Only problem is, well, you're on A, but the bomb is on B. So how do you fight your way out of this if you're Virtus.pro? Again, in these pistols, they just got, I mean, they just got slapped right now.
What a great call as well. The stack in drop just perfectly working out. But Neo going to get the headshot on Shazam. Sean goes down as well. Now it's all down to Neo. 1 versus 2 with 50 seconds left. He's got the health for it. He can still win this. The bomb is up there, so it's going to be quite a long trek to get there. So now he has to run. He gets the running headshot onto Sick. He's going to continue up. Relic shooting him in the back. 70 health left on Neo and 11 bullets. Can he do this with the clock? Jump shot comes through on Relics. Oh my god. Neo now with the double, and he has to run for it. 25 seconds, and hiding in the back is Sick, and he gets the headshot, shutting down Neo. And Misfits, after a bit of a scare there for the legend himself, they just managed to pull through, tie up the scoreline at 8-8.
Oh, man, so much fun watching this. I'm loving it, Anders. I'm glad that Misfits won the clutch, and that's both pistol rounds picked up for Misfits now. But just to see Neo, such a threat. Unbelievable, keeping his cool. And yeah. Really, that was like an unwinnable situation, you would think. To get it to a 1v1? How obscene is that?
With the bomb up there, you know, what if he could have jumped and picked up the bomb? Then he would just run back to A and said, that's fine, you know, he probably wins the round then, just based off of how confident he looked there. But now it gets interesting. Misfits have the rifles. Virtus.pro forced into this round. They didn't get the bomb plant, so they might as well. Let's see if they can have an impact here. They're quite fast. Well, Neo's actually all the way back in T spawn. I wonder what that's about. Is he really expecting that someone's going to sneak past here, or is he... He's got a smoke. What kind of smoke is this going to be for Neo? I'm wondering.
Can we go to Neo, please?
Yeah, I'd love to see Neo's perspective.
Please. 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 Please.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. Why do you... What? Alright, smoke is gone now.
Yeah, so we see it coming over there. It's going to bounce down on the roof and then land, I guess, all the way at the...
Right there.
exit. Yeah, so that's really interesting. Let's see if that smoke is actually going to work out for them. They've already lost Taz, so that is a bit of a problem. And they're also being quite slow Virtus.pro. I think they were hoping that they would find someone further up. The Relics has gone down, Stick in the back line. He's going to get dropped as well. And Twist goes down, and the smoke, you finally see that it does actually work out for them pretty well. Shazam and Sean Gez are left 2 versus 3. The UMP stolen from Bialy. It's all up to Sean. 1 on 2. The bomb is down as well. He has to clutch this.
Let's go, Sean. If ever there was a time to step up, it is now. But the only issue here is that they've already got a lurk in place to catch him in the back. Pasha working his way to drop. Sean is never going to expect this. Bomb is not planted for Pasha. But yeah, as soon as the attention is drawn exactly towards Hut, Pasha goes for the peek, and Sean gets shot in the back. There's the force buy win for Virtus.pro. And that gets them on the board here in the second half, and pretty much just shatters Misfits, I think. Because you spent everything if you're Misfits, right? So now you're going to have to go for a force buy on pistols, double eco scenario, so you really have to just go back to the wall. And Sean Gers, he's even skipping on the Kevlar just to have a kit, but also more importantly the nades. He has an incendiary to play with. It's more the question of where he's going to put it to begin with here.
Oh, Relics early in there. Wanted to get that deagle shot with Virtus.pro all on the other side, so... He had targets. Even a random shot could have maybe got him something there.
Oh, this is just a waiting game now at this point. That's just where you start to see the difference with VP, where they, in these kind of pressure situations, again, got a lot of young players on Misfits, 3 of them getting some LAN experience, but not a whole lot, not nearly as much as VP. So, I mean, there are definitely factors to consider here that are working against Misfits.
Does anyone in the current scene have like as much LAN experience as VP? You've got to look at like NIP with Forest and Get Right and Assist or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, between Neo and Taz.
Yeah, it's a lot of years going into that. Virtus.pro fighting back in spite of losing some players early on. It goes down as well. Bialy, 40 seconds in a 1v3. This could be done. But they've picked up some grenades. Actually, the lurk coming in from Twist. Great job there. A triple kill for him. He's up to 19. He's out-fragging even Snacks on this map. That is a bit of a benchmark. You know you're doing a good job then. It's tied scoreline again at 9-9. And Virtus.pro not getting really what they need. I mean, this double kill for Twist is amazing, but the fact that they lose the early battle at Plateau as well is ridiculous. Like, Virtus.pro just making some mistakes here that they shouldn't.
Yeah, some hesitation there, which is kind of curious to see from Virtus.pro, considering they should be in a round where they have all the confidence and everything going their way. For them to hesitate and allow for Misfits to find those picks, definitely a little bit bizarre. Now they're changing it up. It's not going to be that B-side anymore here for VP. They're actually kind of curious switching it towards A. They've got the bomb with them as well, and so no shenanigans this time where you might lose the bomb somewhere. Sean Gare is definitely getting caught off guard by that AK.
Grenades are going out, but Virtus.pro not going to respect it, and I think the grenade even bounced back the wrong way. Good headshot nonetheless from Shazam. Going to continue the spray, takes down another one. He can't get the third. Snacks will finally drop him, but no bomb plant happening yet. The bomb is up on the site, and it's all on Neo. 1-on-2. This is where he's a very good player to have left.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Is he just going to realize that there's a timing exactly for Sick to hit that flank, and he's looking back. There's nothing he can do. Too far into the plant that time around, and Neo, no 1v2. So methods, again, just back and forth, back and forth. This is getting silly, Anders. 4 spies galore between both of these teams.
Yeah, but I think Misfits should have put an end to it here. I don't see any reason why Virtus.pro would try and force up in this round. If they got the bomb plant, even then, I mean, they could have gone Tech 9 armor and maybe tried something, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think they've done the right job here or the right idea of Virtus.pro just going with the pistols.
Yeah, it's the hard eco situation here for Virtus.pro. Best case scenario, they get a bomb plant and that bonus $800 across the board. Worst case, they'll be able to buy in the next round. Just going to be a little light on the nades. So we'll see how this pans out. I got to say, I'm very impressed right now with Misfits, though. Into double digits versus VP on Cobble, a map that Virtus.pro are excellent on. They're putting on much more of a show than I was expecting here. Just curious to see if VP are going to get caught in that trap. If Optic, you know, the Optic North sort of scenario.
I don't know right now. I think VP are going to really have to fight for this, and for sure they weren't expecting that. I'm obviously, you know, especially best of one format, you go into every match and you try and psych yourself up, but there's always going to be that feeling if you're a team like VP or Astralis or something, that you sort of in the back of your mind, you know that you're the better team, you know you've got this, and it's very hard to eliminate that sort of feeling. And now it can really come back to haunt you, because now you're thinking, well, what if we lose this, you know? And then suddenly we're down early on in the group and it could get real weird. So I think Virtus.pro, they've got to calm down. And I mean, I think mentally speaking, they're a team that have all the resources to do that. They're incredibly strong. It takes so much to break Virtus.pro's spirits. Maybe more than any other team in the world. I think Virtus.pro are very good at that.
No, they have that quality. They never give up, never surrender. I mean, we saw that in the finals versus Astralis. That was an insane finals that went the distance. Neither team giving up, battling to the very bitter end. It was a fantastic finals. Definitely go and check out the VODs, guys, if you missed it. Well worth the watch. But it's 11-9 right now between Misfits in this best-of-1 match in the group phase. First match of Group B. And just to point out, this is first seed in the group versus fourth seed in the group. So Misfits putting up one hell of a fight versus the clear favorite of this group. Something to keep in mind as well, that DreamHack, they've seeded based off of the past couple of months worth of results. So all of these seeds up to date going into the groups.
We had a couple of people going all in on this match on the desk, right? I think both Yanko and Sponge both went for it. So.
But then there's nothing to lose with how they're playing it right now, so I mean, who cares?
Just dignity? Your
you don't need chips for that, Anders.
No, it's true, but it makes it more sort of, you know, you can really grasp it at home. You would feel like, you know, just putting it all on. Kind of like it.
Are we going to set up a new system where it's like, is this an 8-chip match? A 7-chip?
Oh, good shot there. Shazam right at the angle. No smokes or anything to get them in. Now Sean isolated, trying to get the kills. They've taken out Shazam, and Sean is still alive, and he gets the kill on Snacks. How is it possible? He should have been down ages ago.
Kind of like it.
Just in his little fortress behind that wall, staying alive. That's ridiculous. And obviously he had some backup there. I mean, Shazam gave his life so that Sean could stay alive, and then he had even more backup coming in from Twist, I think it was. So, ridiculous scenario. ultimately leaves Bialy alone with just 24 seconds here.
Yeah, they know where he is now. As if that wasn't enough, unfortunately, he's not going to get that spray down. That was definitely looking close, but Sean was in position. Basically, they were boxed. As soon as Bialy made a footstep, that was it. Shouldn't have been a situation for Misfits to lose. What is this silliness? He just stays alive to the point where Taz actually just ignores him. Like, all right, enough of this. I got to check danger.
This is so weird, isn't it? Absolutely. 12-9. Misfits 4 rounds away from actually winning this game. Best of 1, admittedly, but they're playing Virtus.pro on LAN, on Cobblestone. All the odds are stacked against them. I'm very excited. This is definitely very cool. Shazam, close range, takes down Neo. Tries for the no-scope, not going to hit it. Bialy, in fact, getting 2 in return with the Tech 9. And Twist, a lot of spray coming out, but he's not really connecting. And if Pasha gets this kill, it's trouble. Relics, he's playing close. He's not going to have a lot of time to react either. But the bomb is going to be going down instead, and Pasha going to be patient with the smoke going up. No reason not to. Virtus.pro, the classic B rush coming out.
And going back to what's worked for them in the past. Last time that they were able to get that upset win, it was with this very situation. Half buy with Tech 9s, rush on to B, anti-timing for Misfits basically, and then you have Shazam, who's the linchpin there, holding with that AWP versus Tech 9s. It's just brutal. You're at risk of just getting that one-shot headshot, and that's exactly what happened. Sean will find an easy kill here on Bialy. Exit kills, maybe going to save that Tech 9. But it is a little grim here, because that's going to just completely shatter Misfits.
Yeah, that's a problem. Their money is pretty good. Sean, at the end of this round, has 8,450, so he's got some bank to be able to drop to his teammates. They actually invest straight into the double AWP here, so they expend pretty much their whole bank in this round. They've got 2,200 on relics, and that's it. Everyone else is pretty much dead broke, so 23rd round here. If Misfits don't win it, that's going to buy a big window for Virtus.pro to get back into this game. And already the Polish side is setting up outside of the B-bomb site.
Trying to change it up. It looked like for a second there, they got a gauge of what the nades were like for Misfits, because it seemed like they were primed, perhaps VP, to pounce if they smelled weakness on this B site. That was a very quick pace out here on the plateau, but the smoke goes up, and now we fall back into more of a normal pace here for both of these teams. VP kind of backing off now, looking to see if they're going to have to start working back towards A, and it looks like that's the case. So they're going to want a little map control over here towards that A underpass area. And just, yeah, standard as could be, actually, for both of these teams at this point.
Sick is playing behind Chicken Coop with the AWP, and Shazam is in sort of A mid as well. So if Shazam rotates back, that means suddenly there's 2 AWPs on the B-bomb side. That means Virtus.pro need really good smoke grenades and Molotovs to make sure those don't get put into play. Because you've got those long diagonal lines going into the B-bomb side. If you cross either Sick or Shazam there, it's not going to end well. They really need to put these grenades to good use. And already you can see Virtus.pro setting up for it. They've thrown out all the smokes, and Sick is still not smoked off, and that's a problem. Now, how soon is Shazam going to rotate in? Because once he's there, they've got the crossfire, and it's going to be hard to break it. Flashbang will at least force Sick back, and he goes for the flick. Takes down Neo. Twist is gone, and as he re-peeks, Pasha's there on the other side. Relic's doing a great job getting the double, nearly the triple. Bialy solo on health here. 2-on-2, though.
1 HE on Sean Garris. This could do it. Where is he right now on this map, Sean? He's in connector. He's not going to dunk it. He does dunk it, but it's a little too late. Ah, for a second, I believed. But now it's going to get difficult because Sean, he's going to be working his way in close. But of course, with that AWP, Pasha's going to hit shots like that all day. And Bialy is there to catch out Shazam, but Shazam was so low on HP. In the end, you can see how everything just falls into place for Virtus.pro. That deep flash as well. Yes, you're right. There was no smoke blocking off the man holding from Chicken Coop with that up, but then sure enough, they have the deep flash that, boom, forces him back. And that's the opening, that's the window that VP needs to go cascading onto the site and get the job done. 11-12 now. VP just 1 round away, and it's looking good because Misfits, it's a round of eco for them.
Honestly, I mean, if Relics hits 1 more bullet, then he gets triple, maybe even a quad kill because they practically lined up for him. So it was down to some very tight margins there that Misfits don't just win that round immediately. That could have been very interesting. 12-11 here. They don't have a lot of stuff to work with on the CT side, so don't expect too much. Relics is already down. Bialy just pushing him with the AK, not even afraid. Getting more kills. That's the quad. Getting a chance to reload. Sean's going to be there to deny the ace, but that just shows you that Bialy's woken up as well. Very bad news if you're Misfits.
Why didn't this happen last time Misfits had pistols, Bialy? You know, like, Just get in there and act like it's DM. How many Misfits can he kill in 1 minute, Anders?
The answer is, well, as in 4 in 3 seconds. I mean, that was just so quick.
You got to get the memes, dude. You know, it's that 100 bot kill challenge. How many bots can you kill in a minute?
Like I said, I only follow political memes now. This is what my life has become, Zemla. I just can't. It's too much. It's too much.
Wow. That round certainly didn't look pretty for Misfits, but they're not out of the fight yet. They have enough money for Shazam to get his AWP. That's big with the Kevlar as well to back it. We're tied up 12-12, but it's a fairly reasonable buy, all things considered, here for Misfits. And so this is their chance. This is it, the moment. Because if VP win this round, that means 14. That should mean 14 rounds for VP. And then Misfits, the pressure that is going to be on them is just going to be so intense. Nice. I like it. You got the pressure? Doesn't matter. Go for the boost. Try to change up the defense. Go for one of the few offensive options you have on CT side.
I'm not sure why they fell back from the boost. I mean, they got grenaded, but so what? Just stick around anyway. They are playing very passively, because I agree, I think the boost is a good idea, but now they're so far drawn back. Sean is inching his way over towards Long to get some information. That's actually quite smart play from Sean, just having the idea, but now on the other side of that smoke, they're going to spam through, and they almost take him down. Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, down to 21 HP. Sean can't catch a break. And in the meantime, they're just making noise over there. They're trying to keep that second man locked. That's Shazam with that op. If he stays over on A, it's going to make life a whole lot easier for Virtus.pro. But VP, again, 3 players towards drop. They need to bring that bomb with them if they're going to go for this drop, because Snacks is in there now. He's got the backing.
Oh, smoke goes up, down to 40 seconds. Misfits just trying to keep them contained and dropped for the moment, but the problem is once the plateau push comes in, Relix has to turn around eventually. He goes for the spray fight there, but Snacks comes out on top, and that's the signal to go if you're Virtus.pro. 30 seconds, they need to move in here sooner rather than later. The A rotation is still not in for Misfits. They're still lingering over on the A side of the map. They're not quite sure where this push is going to come through. We're going to find out any second here. Twist goes for the fight. He loses to Taz. Sick alone on the bomb site. Where's the backup coming from? Neo is there to make sure no one can rotate in from the A bomb site. And Sean is now just going to try and hide with the aim 4. What else can he do?
Nothing in this situation. You can't retake 1v4. And I like it from Neo. Get out there, hunt. See if you can't find them. And sure enough, Sean will find Neo first and win that duel straight up. But now they know where he's playing from VP. They have no reason to hang around on that B site. They're going to get out there and see if they can't take this M4 away. You got to give it to VP every step of the way there. That was so slow and methodical. It's almost painful.
Yeah, but
how slow it is when they take that B site that way.
Especially if you look at those 2 Misfit players who are on the A-bomb side, it so perfectly illustrates what the problem is of playing CT side Cobblestone. Because even though the smokes are down and we can tell that they're in drop and they're on plateau, they don't know that Misfits. They're just saying, we haven't seen any bombs yet. Might as well just be an A push any second now. So they're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and by the time they rotate, it's too late. You know, they've already lost mid, they've lost connector, and Neo is there to pick them up as they try and rotate in. It's just very good play from Virtus.pro, but also sort of a symptom of the fact that Misfit just had so little information about what's going on there. And now it's back to pistols.
Yep. Everything going according to plan here for Virtus.pro. 13-12. They're in the lead now. They've got the full buy, even 2 UMPs just to farm a little bit of money because Misfits, exactly, they're ecoing. Twist, though, the last time he was here with the CZ75, he did tremendous damage. Now he gets run down by Neo. Quick rotate here towards the B site. Relic's actually managing to put up a bit of a fight, but it's not going to be enough. Sean, once again, the last, the lonely.
Sean, he's got a deagle at least. Could go for a headshot here, but down to 3 bullets. I don't think this is going to really work out for him. Taz will be able to get the frag eventually, and that leaves us at 14-12. They could buy again on the other side. They could even go for the double if they really wanted to. I'm wondering if they will. No, it's just going to be the 1. I'm a bit disappointed. But yeah. This is now Virtus.pro firmly controlling the pace of this game. And Misfits, how did they answer back? They tried the boost, they gave up on that pretty quick. There are other ways you can do this. I mean, they could try and go aggressive long with 2 people over on the A side. It's rare that it works, but at this point, you have to try something. If you just play the default, if this game, as it pretty much has, turns into default versus default, obviously Virtus.pro is going to have the better default.
Yeah, they're going to have the chops. Whereas Misfits, 3 kind of like players that are still getting experience on LAN, it isn't a whole lot to work with. So far, they've done very solid work, but you're right. This is the make or break moment. And so Shazam with that op, he's hunting, and he's going to find an angle, but he misses the shot. Neo, too savvy, not going to fully commit to that. He realized he missed the timing window to get the punish.
But look at the push out over at Long. It's Sean actually walking all the way in to get the kill on Taz. That's so important. And Pasha goes down. I'm glad that Sean did that. This is where you really should not underestimate Sean, because he's quite a smart player in that sense. And even just for the information, even if he had killed no one, but he just saw that no one was on the A side of the map, that would have been so good. Trapped in the corner is Bialy, and Relic's not going to give him the chance to get out either. Great job right now for Misfits.
Yeah, Snacks is still alive and in this fight, though. On plateau, 30 seconds left. Neo cuts this team in half, so it's a 1v2 for Snacks, basically, going on to that B site, so long as Neo can contain them on the A site. And there, the steps, baiting the reaction. Relics goes for the peek, plays right into Snacks' hands. This is getting silly, Anders. Can Neo find the man on A site? If he can find this kill.
Oh no, it's going to be a lot of trouble. Sean is up there. Spray comes through, and he's going to be going down. And suddenly he's a 2-on-2, just 8 seconds left. Zach's going to put up the smoke, and Neo hits the long-range headshot down the middle, taking out Shazam, and that leaves Sick. He's having a massive rotation, a marathon run to get him into middle here. And once he gets there, 2 kills. Can he swap out for a rifle instead? No, that's an AWP right in front of him, so he has to go in with the sniper rifle. That's not ideal.
When you've got the raid boss and the vet still alive here, boom, spots the man on the site. That's all they need. What is this peek? Snacks doesn't care. Unbelievable. He actually just takes that fight, Snacks. Are you kidding me?
That was actually a very silly peek from Snacks, let's be honest.
Yeah.
That should not have happened. But this play from Neo is so smart. He isolates the sort of the middle of the map and then just manages to play his team into a winning position. 15-12. Misfits buying whatever they can. It's not really too bad, but given the lead they had, given the chances they had in this match, it's kind of rough to see them being just 1 round away from losing. And Sick gonna walk right into it. Taz opening up, getting a quick double kill, looking for the triple. It's a headshot on Twist. And that's gonna leave Shazam and Sean Gears and Virtus.pro. Bit of a slow start for them, as actually it often is in the group stage. But once they get up and running, well, we all know what happens next. Sean and Shazam are left here, and they're not going to get anything done. Taz with a quad kill, and Sean alone, 1 versus 5, and he walks right into Neo. 16-12 in favor of Virtus.pro. They're going to take out Misfits and move on in their group here, winning the first game.
That was the equivalent of, like, Snacks just spat in their eye, basically. He's like, this is as much respect I've got for you. And just... Taz obviously takes advantage of that in the last round, but he broke him. Snacks just broke him with that peek at the end there. That's unbelievable. I'm still reeling. I can't even imagine how it feels to be Sick at that point.
Yes, I mean, all of this was just really, really strange. But honestly, I mean, I came in fully expecting Virtus.pro to just beat up on Misfits and destroy them. They did a fantastic job. They could have won this map. When you go 16-12, suddenly, I mean, that's within the margin of error, as we say. You know, that's where you can actually end up winning the game. So, just very impressed by them. I think that was a really good job. They obviously had some challenges, but considering the skill level, or the sort of perceived skill level between these two teams, they obviously did a very good job. So, curious to see if they can continue to do that in the group. Suddenly, it's interesting.
Yeah, no, now it gets real. I mean, that was probably the best chance for Sean, though, because of the element of surprise, and VP, he has so much information to go off of when it comes to VP. No roster change for VP. Cobble played a lot by VP. All of these things kind of play into Sean's hands as far as I'm concerned, because he is going to be the kind of guy who's going to come in ultra prepared for a map. So that was probably Sean's best shot, because what are you going up against next? You're going up against Gambit and Fnatic.
Yeah.
Fnatic, like the kings of just unpredictable, ultra-aggressive play. They're not going to respect you whatsoever.
Now, Gambit's Misfits could be a really good game. Like, if that happens, then that could be really, really, really interesting.
So are you predicting the results of the next match, Anders?
Not entirely. I think I'm past the point of underestimating Zeus. Like, I think he's very, very impressive. So I'm on the wagon with Yanko and the rest of them. I think Zeus is quite an impressive player. So yeah, best of one as well. Even though Fnatic are obviously an incredible team, I feel like it's you know, best of one. You can't really do that. So
I think Fnatic are going to completely and utterly destroy Gambit.
Could be.
rip them limb from limb. It's going to be a bloodbath. Olafmeister is just going to like rise out of the depths, just covered in gore.
Just after
I kill gods.
biting off their ears to Tyson style. Just
Why not? We're at the MGM. Let's go. All right.
yeah, very interesting. I'm excited for that game. I think it could be. I think if it was a best of 3, it would be more difficult for Gambit maybe, because that's a lot of work for Zeus to try and do. But a best of 1, why not?
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and hand it over to Smix now to hear what she has to say. Along with, who is it going to be? Neo? No, it's not Neo. Maybe Neo. Neo.
Congratulations, Taz. First win on Cobblestone. Despite the fact that Misfits were the underdogs at this, they still put up a very close fight. So walk us through that map.
This time they tried harder. So yeah, I mean, the game was really nice from their side. I think they had really some good one-taps, some nice reads. They weren't scared to risk in some rounds as T-side especially. So that paid off. I think that they were really prepared as T-side, but they didn't really prepare as CT.
Well, it was only 2 weeks ago that you guys got second at the E-League Major. How has the team spent its time since then? Any relaxing versus taking some time off and practicing?
We decided to, just take it easy. Everyone went to their caves. Nobody wanted to talk after the final, and we decided, in the end, we didn't know if we wanted to come here, but in the end we were like, okay, let's go. Let's just destroy Astralis.
Definitely looking forward to seeing if that rematch can happen. But of course, we need to talk about the next potential matchup. It'll be either Fnatic or Gambit. Now, Gambit is a team you beat at the Major 16-10, and the last time you played this current Fnatic roster was at the E-League Season 1 finals. So what are your thoughts on that potential matchup?
I don't know. It's like Flasha is writing things on Twitter. He's like writing everyone is scared of us and stuff like that. For me, they will just play like FPL, nothing else. Like they will try to out-aim every team. If they will out-aim us, okay, they will win. But I don't think the game is all about this anymore, and I don't think they will be that good anymore. I think that they are like, they are trying to go back to roots, and let's see what will happen. But I don't think they will beat us.
All right, well, congratulations again, Taz, and best of luck.
I'm sorry, the handshake was too hard. So.
Oh, what a fantastic interview there. That's Sue Smix with Taz. We have to just start at the end of that interview, just kind of calling out
body
Fnatic.
slamming Fnatic.
I mean, if he had the microphone, he would have dropped it. That was a statement definitely suggesting that their reliance on aim may not necessarily be rewarded now in CS.